Hello, thank you for joining Parkinson Voice Project for today's online Speak Out Home practice session. My name is Samantha Ellendary. I'm a speech-language pathologist and the founder of Parkinson Voice Project, and I'm here to help you learn the Speak Out exercises and also help you establish and maintain a consistent Speak Out home practice routine. I want you to be doing your Speak Out exercises every day, and hopefully you are also working one-on-one with a Speak Out provider. If you need to find a Speak Out provider in your area, go to our website and you'll see where it says find a Speak Out provider. Sandy will also post the link. Excuse me. And I want you to keep in mind, with online therapy, speech pathologists are licensed per state. So for example, at Parkinson Voice Project, we can treat any patient in the state of Texas. So as you're looking for a provider, don't just look at the people who, the clinics that are nearby, or become concerned if there isn't a clinic nearby. You can look per state if you're able to do online therapy. Today's topic, cats. Everybody say cats with intent. Ready? Cats. Really speak out. Again. Cats. All right. And let's smile with intent just for a second or two. Do you have a cat? Maybe you would like to post a picture of your cat in the chat. Go ahead and sign into the chat with your first name and where you're from. And don't go find the picture right now. If it's not handy, you can post them all week long. We would love to see a picture of your cat. Take your sip of water and we'll get started. First Speak Out exercise, the warm-up. Project your voice forward. Ready? May, me, my, mo, moo. Again. May, me, my, mo, moo. Be deliberate as you say each syllable. Ready? May, me, my, mo, moo. Good. Let's do it again. May, me, my, mo, moo. And one more. May, me, my, mo, moo. Go ahead and take your sip of water. When you do the Speak Out exercises, they should be done with high energy, exaggerating. That's how we exercise the muscles we use for speaking and for swallowing. Let's take our sip of water. Moving on to Speak Out exercise number 2, the ahs. Let's go ahead. Ah. Let's do it again. No need to hold it longer than 10 seconds. In fact, it's not very good for your voice to do that. 10 seconds max. Ready? Let's do a shorter one. And one one more. Very nice. Okay, take your sip of water with intent. We're thinking about what we're doing. How'd you do over the weekend? Did you find yourself becoming more aware when you were talking, eating, walking, writing? Did you catch yourself not really thinking about those movements and then reset, regroup, use intent? Moving on to speak out exercise number 3, the glides. Project out a steady ah first, then glide up. Ready? Ah. Ah. All right, we are in control with this exercise. We're just not going to go, start gliding up and not be in control. So be deliberate. Ready? Good. We like that. All right, let's do it again. Keep your mouth open at the end. Don't let it close. Don't let your head drop. Let's do 2 more with intent. I know these are not easy. Let's do 1 more. Good. Let's take our sip of water. Moving on to the counting. I want you to lift every number up and forward. Stop at the end of each row. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Again, this is with control. We are not rushing our speech, but we're not thinking about slowing down. We're only thinking about every word with intent. Okay? Let's do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Good. Now let's go backward with intent. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very good. Go ahead and take a sip of water. I had a question come in that I would like to answer. It says, it seems when I speak or sleep, I produce much more saliva than I do at other times. Any idea why this happens? I'm not sure. I'm not sure that we produce more saliva when we're talking or sleeping, but maybe we notice it more because when we're talking, I mean, if we have that saliva there, it might come out. And when we're sleeping or resting, maybe we feel it more. But let's talk about saliva for a minute. All right. A lot of people with Parkinson's describe, I have more saliva than everybody else in the world. And it's not true. It's not true. Normally, humans swallow their saliva throughout the day automatically. So as I have been conducting this session, I have swallowed my saliva and I'm not even aware of it. Right now, I'm kind of aware of it because we're talking about it, right? So I'm having to do that. But normally, I would swallow my saliva and not even think about it because it's an automatic function. But automatic functions are highly dependent on dopamine. And people with Parkinson's don't have enough dopamine. So people with Parkinson's are not swallowing automatically as much as they used to. And so the saliva is accumulating in your mouth. And then when you go to talk, or with the posture being tilted down just a little bit, then you notice the drooling. Remember how I said we have to become more aware of what we're doing? You want to become more aware of the saliva in your mouth and make yourself swallow. So swallow intentionally, deliberately, and just keep becoming aware of it. And one little trick that a lot of my patients use is they chew sugar-free gum. When you chew sugar-free gum, you just swallow more often. So that's a little trick you could use, as long as you're not having swallowing issues and you're worried about aspirating. Okay, you're coughing a lot. When you're swallowing, you may not want to do that. But otherwise, chewing sugar-free gum is a good way to make yourself swallow more often. And I just had to swallow. Let's move on to the reading. Cats. We did a session recently on dogs, and some of you said, hey, what about cats? Let's read these sentences with intent. Exaggerate the highlighted words. Ready? There are many different cats. Again, there are many different cats. Try to read it more exaggerated the second time. Ready? Some are long-haired and others are short-haired. Now with more enthusiasm. Ready? Some are long-haired and others are short-haired. Ready? Siamese cats have blue eyes. Do any of you have a Siamese cat? Let's read it with more intent. Siamese cats have blue eyes. Beautiful. Ready? Calicos have a tri-colored pattern. Do any of you have a calico cat? Read it with more intent. Calicos have a tri-colored pattern. I'd love to know what your cat's names are. Let's answer this question. We'll move on to the conversation before we get some water. What are some things cats are known for? Say each one with intent. What do cats do? Let's read these with intent and really speak out. Hunting, sleeping, climbing, scratching, meowing. Again, hunting, sleeping, climbing, scratching, meowing. Go ahead and take a sip of water. This reminds me of my grandson, Harvey, who now when you say, what does a cat say? And he says, meow. All right, now this one will make you think a little bit more. I want you to name some famous cats. They can be real or they can be cartoons. Say each name with intent. All right, here we go. Sylvester, Tom, and Cat from Breakfast at Tiffany's. And I thought of now Garfield. Garfield. Look at this picture. Love it. All right. Let's go ahead and do Dr. Boone's words. Please exaggerate the G's, the K's, and the NG's. Here we go. Gula ganga ga. Again. Gula ganga ga. And the next one. Kuka mangu ka. Kuka mangu ka. Ready? Gangla. Gangla. And the last one. Kukla. Kukla. Very good. Now we're going to do the bonus reading. Here is the bell. We use a bell because it's like a bonus round of reading. Let's read this with intent, and every time you come to a highlighted word, exaggerate it. Here we go. Your cat's personality is influenced by their genetics and the environment they're nurtured in. Genetics can impact how comfortable your cat is with people and other animals, how active and curious they are, and how they like to play. Domestic cats are generally approachable, less fearful, and more exploratory, while feral cats are more vigilant to danger and potential threats from people. Learning how to speak with intent when you're reading is very important. It's a precursor to conversation. We say reading is the dress rehearsal for conversation. You can download today's reading material, take what you learned during the session, and practice, practice, practice. Ideally, you would read the sentence or the paragraph 3 times. The first time, becoming familiar with the words. The second time, trying to use more intent. And then the third time, really speaking out. That would be great practice for you. Thank you so much for joining me today as you are learning how to speak and swallow with intent. My hope is that you will start to do everything with intent and live with intent. Thank you.